Welcome to a MainlyDIY.com video. Hi, today we're going to make an extra special card. So you could use a Cricut or something to cut out an egg shape or whatever tools you have. I'm going to show, I'm going to use a punch. So I've got two punched out so I can make a couple of cards. And I'm going to cut that with my ceramic blade. That's what I like. You can use any kind of rotary blade you like, or you could cut it by hand, but I prefer to use my rotary cutter blade. I've used this on cloth and fabric for quite a while now. So I've taped my mat down here on a template that I have. I had some printed out. I show you how to make them on Mainly DIY, so if you'd like to make your own template, you can do that. So I have my egg laid down, and I want to point something out before I get going here too much, and I'm actually going to take a pen and mark it up for myself. If I flip this over, or carefully flip this over, this piece is exposed, this shape, this triangle, it's from the second one in from the edge. This one's actually from the first piece from this edge. So I need this one. So I'm going to just put a little dot there. This one is just this little teeny edge. And it's not on my first color, it's on my second color, so I'll skip that. So I'll come down here. And see, this edge is actually on my first color, so I need a little dot there. So for this round, it's just those two pieces. So I am going to take a strip of my first color and cut it roughly 1/2 inch wide. I'm not being real careful to cut it straight. And then I am going to take it and I'm going to fold that edge down. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit of, I'm going to put this up here where I have that dot to cover that first piece. So I'm going to take my fold, lay it on my piece, measure about how much I need, clip it off, and what I need to do is make sure that I cover this piece entirely so that I won't have an edge showing. So I'm going to take a little piece of tape and tape that down. Okay. And so then the next one I needed was way down here, so I am just going to do the same thing here. So I'm lining my folded edge up with my line there, making sure that I've covered the whole edge of the card. Okay. So now I can continue with the shapes, because we're on round 2 all the way around at this point. So I am going to take my second color, and I've folded my edge here, and I am going to measure out how much I need to cover the first space. And because it's sticking out a bit, I am just going to trim off these little corners here, just so that I won't have to worry about them later. I can certainly trim them off later too. If I'd cut this on my Cricut, I would have had a more edging out around the outside, so it wouldn't have been as important, but I wanted to show you what it would be like with the punches. Oops. So I'm going to come up here to this next place, and I need about that much, so I'll take my little scissors, lining my folded edge with that line, and I'm going to go ahead and tape that down. And then I'm going to my next triangle, which is just this little sliver here. You want to be careful when you get around this corner, or when your tape comes to an edge like that, because you don't want to be able to see it from the other side. And if it was beyond the white, I would have, but in this case I didn't have that problem. So I have my piece done, so I can gently peel that up. So now I'm going to take my rotary cutter and trim this up a little bit. So I'm going to have my card squared up, my little egg, and I am just going to round the corners. So I have some cardstock here that was folded in half already for a card, and I'm going to take this cute little rubber stamp and some pink ink, and I am just going to kind of randomly stamp that. So I'm going to take one of my eggs that I punched, and I am going to stamp on that. I have some cold border stamps, so I'm going to use those. Just adds a little something to it. So I am ready to assemble my card. And there I have my cute little card all done. So you are extra special.